Matching vibration to the life you desire is not only easier than you have probably been led to believe, but it's absolutely and completely necessary. I'm assuming everybody has an image of themselves of what they like to be in the future. Like they have a certain desire, they have a certain outcome and a goal and end destination of what they look like and how they feel and what kind of scenarios are they in, what kind of partner they have, what kind of car they drive. We all have an image of us, of like what we're like in the future. You know, what's our confidence level like? How do we speak to people? What kind of money do I have in my pocket? If you don't, then definitely watch my previous video, because you have to know what you want, okay? That's so important. But I'm going to assume that you do. You know what you want to be like, and you know what you want to look like, and you know how you want to act in the future. So in order to become this person, we have to match their vibration now in order to become them, okay? I'm going to give you tips on how to match vibration to this person, because we do live in a universe that is incredibly intuitive. God has designed this universe this way, obviously for a reason. It's so much more than just squares and circles, okay? And you have to understand that. The brain likes what is familiar, okay? That is just the way it is. We are habitual creatures. Your subconscious mind is drawn to what it knows. So if it only knows abundance and prosperity, eventually you will automatically just be in situations of abundance and prosperity. If your life, if so far all your brain is used to is letdowns and trauma and a bunch of bullshit, then you can expect that to happen for yourself in the future. It won't just fucking change. You have to change it. And we're going to make the action to change and rewire our subconscious minds by tapping into a higher frequency, by taking real action on what we can do in our day-to-day lives. Okay, so here's probably like 3 things I'm going to explain and how to do it, how we can vibrate ourselves on such an abundance frequency that before we know it, we open our eyes, we have an abundant life. Okay? So let's get into it. I mean, first things first is you've got to start cherry picking the good things in your life, okay? I imagine, at least I know for me, and you can take the same situation for you, my future self is waking up and there's a 10 out of 10 next to me in bed. I'm putting on my Prada slippers. I'm onto the balcony reading a book, and everything's sweet, and throughout my whole day it's pretty much the same situation. That's a good thing that happened to me. That was a good text message I got. That was a good workout that I had. That was a nice way the person looked at me. This was a good interaction that I had. This was fun, the thing that I did today. Oh yeah, I've just been paid again for the 50th time this morning. Bang, 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 bang. Just good thing after good thing after good thing. Okay? So right now, my brain has to get familiar with this kind of feeling of good things constantly happening to me. Now, if you're going to write in the comments or just try to tell me, oh, but my life, how can everything be good? How can I match that if everything's not good in my life right now? I'm here to tell you there's a lot of good things happening in your life at the moment that you're probably just not thinking about. Or you have to expand, you have to broaden your mind, okay? So we wake up in the morning, wow, I can see. First good thing, I woke up with my sight today. You then get out of bed. I've got legs. My legs work. Wow. Just thank God, you know? And you can brush your teeth. Wow, I can brush my teeth. I've got clean teeth, yeah? And then you just keep taking all these wins, all these absolutely amazing things that we actually have. You put on a brand new pair of white trainers that you bought the other day, or you got for Christmas, or you got for your birthday. Bang. Fresh. Just win after win after win. And you do this every day. You do this every day until it becomes subconscious, until like you're not looking for it. It's just presenting itself to you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not looking for this good thing. This good thing has just presented itself to me because my brain is familiar. It understands, and it's my mind and its abundance door is open. So you have to really cherry pick what is good. Okay? So start doing that immediately. All right, so the second thing, which is something you can definitely do, and this is something I did every single day when I lived in the UK. I've lived in many countries, New Zealand and Greece and Italy, and now I moved to Thailand earlier this year. Now I'm living in Australia. But when I was in the UK, okay, when I was in England, where, you look around and not everything is beautiful to look at, unfortunately. However, where I was living, there was a scenic route to take. There was a scenic route to take to work. And I would take that route every single day, even though it took me longer. Like, I could go the quick way to get to work, which would make logical sense. However, I would not do this, and I would take the scenic route, because on the scenic route, I could see the ocean, all right? As I lived on the coast. There was palm trees planted. The houses were nicer, which meant the cars were nicer that were parked on the driveway. And I would just take this route every single day, taking in palm trees, nice. Looking at the ocean, nice. Nice houses, nice cars. Having a nice podcast in. You know what I mean? And just would always go that way. So my brain would get familiar. And now, in the Gold Coast, in this beautiful place, this beautiful city where I live in Australia, currently, I'm walking around and the scenic route is everywhere. I'm seeing the sea, I'm seeing the ocean. I'm seeing nice cars, I'm seeing nice houses, I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? I don't have to look for it anymore. It's presenting itself to me. Take the scenic route. It's more important than you think it is. All right? Sweet. And the last tip, okay, is so important, so necessary, and you must start implementing this immediately, every single day. The comparison of driving a Ford to driving a Lamborghini. Yes, you could sit in the Ford pretending that you're driving the Lambo, operating it like you're driving a Lambo. Like, you can push the seat right back, you can put your shades on. These are all things you can do. But there is much more to it than when you're driving your car or entering your house. You have to do what your future self does. You have to dress how your future self dresses. You have to talk how he talks. You have to move how he moves and go the places he goes. We can get so much more particular about this in order to increase the level of abundance in our minds, so our subconscious will get familiar quicker. And you're thinking, right, I'm doing everything I can. No, you're not. Okay, here we go. Your future self has all the things you have. Has a fridge, has a wardrobe, has all the things that you might not be thinking about. So we have to do a comparison, okay? This is what your fridge looks like, and this is what my fridge looks like. You're going to be in your fridge every single day. It's important. What does your wardrobe look like now? What does your wardrobe look like in the future? Okay? This is your bathroom, and this is what my bathroom looks like. That is actually my shower, okay? This is all stuff that we have to take into account. This is your room at the moment, and this is your room in the future. All right, so again, you have to sort of like really just getting really particular with what we're ingesting every single day. What we're ingesting, what we're constantly looking at. Our brain is getting familiar with a nice looking wardrobe, okay? And it's getting familiar with a really beautiful looking fridge. And it's getting familiar with the scenic route. It's getting familiar with the girls we're interacting with. It's getting familiar with the gym we're going to, because you upgraded your gym membership. So you're not going to the cheap shit one. You're going to the slightly more expensive, really nice one. And you're putting yourself in these positions. You're acting a certain way and you're talking a certain way. And everything around you, from your fridge to your wardrobe, to your surroundings, is all something similar of what your future self would be living like, how they would be operating, he or she, okay? So, as you're doing all of this, you are vibrating at a much higher level, because things are cleaner, things are more organized, things are better, things are more fun, things are more enjoyable, life is more positive. The positive vibration is much higher. Okay, you can't be doing all these nice things for yourself and ingesting all this positive information and not be vibrating at the matched frequency, okay? And once you start vibrating at this level, you will match your future self, because that guy, that girl is also vibrating at this level, okay? Yes, hard work comes into account, but you have to tap into this intuitive universe that God has created, because it's been created this way for a reason. So we might as well use it. It's not all squares and circles. So we have to dive a little bit deeper and mentally start changing our subconscious, but also changing what our bloody fridge looks like as well. All right? So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. You can also subscribe to my Telegram. It's absolutely free. You can just get a closer insight to me pretty much on the daily. I'll be doing voice notes in there, dropping a bit of wisdom that I currently have. I've still got a lot to learn. I've still got massive upgrades to happen to me in my life. So join me on this journey, but I would love to help where I can. If you'd like to get personal with me and actually speak with me on the phone, my DMs are always open on Insta, so you can follow me on there, or you can schedule a call with me. I've booked that in a Calendly down below as well. So you can chat to me on the phone if you want advice with physique, with more spiritual, metaphysical stuff like this, with dating, whatever you want. All right, I'll chat to you. Cool. Subscribe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Peace.